The head coach, Brent Vernon, joins me. Coach, that is, man, you like these double overtimes, I think, but these are my favorite conversations. We'll play all night if we need to get you to come over here with that smile. I know it's been a tough stretch, and it's a big win for you guys.
It is, and you know this time of year it always is, but we went through more than our struggles. Um, we talk about in our practices and our films and all of that about strides we made. And last week was a really tough week on the road with a lot of travel, and we went 1-2. And I kept telling our guys, it's hard to see because you only want to look at results, but we made strides last week. And today I thought the strides we made last week pay dividends today. We had a lot of people that played better. We had a lot of guys who stepped up. And overall, our guys just battled, and we came through late whenever we needed to, unlike the other day, And so it was a great win for us.
Walk me through that first half, and it's been a long time ago, 30 game minutes ago, but that first half, you two teams it was wild, it was frenetic, turnovers. You don't see a lot of that on the men's side. It was just kind of an interesting sprint there.
Yeah.
It was like everybody was trying to figure things out.
It was just sloppy. I told the guys at halftime, I said, both coaches are probably saying sort of the same thing right now of we're pretty pleased with where we're at because of how sloppy it was. We had 11 turnovers. They had 13 at the half. Nobody could just get a feel for the basketball. And a lot of it was playing a little quick, I think, and trying to go a little too fast and all of that. It was very reminiscent, not the sloppy play, but the score and how everything went was almost identical to their place. Mm-hmm. They got up early. Then we went on a great run, and I think we had 9 or 11-point lead. And then all of a sudden, in the last 2 minutes of the half, you blink and it's 3. And that was basically what happened at their place. They came out to start the second half, and they played better the first 5 than we did. And then we got in a little groove, and we settled down, and we made plays. And, that's what we're trying to do. We shot the ball well. We made the right decisions, and a lot of good things happened tonight for us.
Jace Wallace, not bad, huh?
No, he was good tonight. First half he was not real good. He was 1 of 6 from the field. He was inefficient. He was way more worried about the non-calls he was getting instead of just playing the game. And that's one of our things. We're a team that we want to win, we want to do it, and we preach it right. But we still have some immaturity issues that we're working on, as you saw late in the game. And that, stuff like that can't happen for us to get to where we're trying to get to. Second half, it was more of, all right, quit worrying about it and let's play basketball. And he did that. And he's a very tough matchup. He's very aggressive at the rim. He's got to get better at playing off 2 feet and being strong instead of some other things. But he got to the line and did a very nice job.
He finishes 16 of 17 at the free throw line. He missed 1. You caught it, and they called it, and it propels you. Ended up into overtime. Benji and I talked about this, but I don't know if they clapped or something, but they called it. They gave Jace an extra one off the miss, and you guys end up in overtime. Huge turning point there. It was quiet in the stat sheet, and it will never show up in the box score, but it was a big moment.
Yeah, and sometimes as a coach you scramble for things, but there was no doubt right when he was shooting, the guy in the lane started clapping and doing stuff, and it's not what you're supposed to do. And again, I tried to make it aware, and the official actually caught it. It's one that you don't see called often, but I was glad they stepped up and made what I thought was the correct call.
Darius Harding, 22 tonight, off the bench, a double-double. He had 11 rebounds in this one. You get double figures from Keaston and Malachi and Sam as you try to kind of, I don't know if circle the wagon is maybe the right, in those struggles, the losing streak and different things, and figure some stuff out. Where are you guys at with that and what you're seeing from your group on the court? I know you mentioned the growth and the maturity issues and different things, but on the floor, what are you seeing?
Well, again, we're making strides. We made strides last week. We made strides today. We're still searching for the right lineups in a lot of places, and it's one of those things that it wasn't until late in today's game that we found the 5. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, bud. We found the 5 that we really liked, and it was one of those. There was about 6 or 7 minutes to go, and I told Coach Marcus, said, start thinking about our matchups as Sam's at the 5 because they don't look to throw it into the post that often. And so I thought that may be something to get some guys on the floor who can not only get to the rim but can space it. And I thought it just really worked out well, and I think you'll see it. I've said it all along. We have a very interchangeable team, but our guys have to be able to accept the roles they have, and that comes from some things that we've not done well this year. And like I said, we're going to keep playing with it and trying to find the right 5. And you can look at a lot of things, but I still our team's starting to change, and a lot of it has to do with Sam Winey. He's our captain. He does the best of anybody on our team defensively, and you know, he's one that doesn't break down. He makes sometimes plays that people don't realize. He's very quiet out there, but he's a leader for us, and I'm so proud of him because, guys, I mean, this guy's he's banged up, he's hurt, and the only thing I ever hear from him is, "Coach, I'll be fine. Just put me out there and I'll make it through." So it's guys like that you love to go to war with.
Now, will you call Ty Compton ahead of time and tell him you've got double overtime on Saturday, or
No,
is that you're going to try to just let that play out?
We have to be setting a record. I know it's 3 of our last 4 going to double overtime. I think we had one earlier. Union's 4. We had overtime with Pike. I mean, it's just one of those. It's one of those years. You know, you look at it. Lindsey Wilson got us good. Cumberland U got us good in the second half. Every other game, we've been right there, and it's just a weird dynamic. We still just don't do quite enough right to where we can put teams away, and so it's always when we're doing good enough we can keep it close. And again, we've been there before. You know, that's really the only thing you can say going into that double overtime. We've been here before. You know, it comes a time where you man up and find a way to get stops.
Pikeville Saturday. It's a Pikeville team. Georgetown got them tonight. You saw them way earlier in the year. It's been a while. That was your first conference game up there, overtime game. Talk to me quickly about the Bears.
You know, they're different. I'll be honest, I haven't watched them since we played, and I know people think that's crazy. It's my scout, but I've been so consumed with not only our opponent tonight, but our team. I've had to worry more about trying to figure out what's best for our team and quit worrying about our opponent some. So tonight and tomorrow morning I'll watch tons of film. They're very hard to guard. They play extremely hard. They do things right. We had a great game at their place. I expect another one. We're right there. And again, you need games like this for the confidence to get going. And our guys are slowly building it and trusting in each other more. And I'm excited to see what happens.
Killing my hourly rate tonight.
Sorry, bro.
I'll take it.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thanks,
Yep. Brent Vernon and the Tigers victorious here this evening as they knock off U-Pike in double overtime, the 3rd double overtime game in the last 4 contests for Campbellsville. A winner here this evening, 102-92.